Delco. What is Delco? Urban Dictionary, maybe the best definition of any place in the history of any place. Delco is the nickname for Delaware County. Not just a place to live, it's a way of life. Delco isn't something you obtain with a short visit while you're passing through. Never has been, or don't actually live here, you just won't understand. Delco is something you can spot across the bar while out of town. Speaking of bars, there's 42-to-1 ratio when it comes to bars to libraries. Delco people love being from Delco. I don't know if there's anything special from Delco, except being a Delco guy, I kind of like it.
What is up, Delaware County, and welcome back to another high school baseball preview episode. Today we got our first public school. Finally got rid of those private school guys. First public school in. We got Chichester, Cole Sanford, Zach Murray, Damian Diaz-Badillo, and Logan Werley. Gentlemen, thanks for coming in. How you guys doing?
Good. Thank you for having me.
Of course, I see you all coordinated the black quarter zips and the polos. I love it. I got the black on, so we're ready to go here. Before we kind of jump into this season, I wanted to talk a little bit about last year. You know, obviously you got I guess that was a different year, Del Val Baseball Championship. I think 6 in a row, 5 in a row, something around there. What do you got? Six in a row. You guys took down Strathaven in the playoffs. I want to start off kind of by asking about what that win meant for you guys in the program and just the season as a whole.
I mean, yeah, it meant a lot. Like last year, the year before that, we ended up losing to Marple Newtown. It didn't feel very good. I honestly don't think we were prepared that much. And this year come back, I mean, we all just felt hungrier. Like we wanted it better, and that's kind of what it led up to.
Yeah, no, definitely. I just remember like the energy of that game. Like it was like a good, fun. Like I
almost think they weren't like expecting, playing. I had a question on here about playing at home. Like you guys brought the juice, especially on like such a dreary, rainy, like cold day. Shout out the grounds crew for getting the field ready for that one.
Yeah, it just means a lot because like a lot of people didn't think that we were just there, just like I don't know, like we didn't belong there, but we kind of just like showed that we can hang with these guys.
It was definitely big time because our last playoff win was probably 2019, and just to do that was pretty cool.
Yeah, because I think obviously you guys were the 1 seed, but I don't think it's a secret that you were kind of considered the underdogs going into the game. So, Strathaven's been a team that's been very consistent for the last 5 years. So going into that game, after that Marple game last year, where did you guys kind of have the confidence from? Was it having that home field advantage helping as well, just to show that like, hey, like we belong here?
Yeah, I think it was just coming back knowing that we can play with these teams and we can show up and compete against them. And I think just having that confidence and experience from years prior, especially losing like that, like we didn't want to do that again. So we just came out hungrier and harder.
Oh, yeah. And like just like we had a tough schedule too, and just like building throughout the season, just building confidence and regaining, like, because we didn't win the year before, but
Yeah, I would just say like we just wanted it like we just wanted it so bad. Like everybody.
You had that taste in your mouth from the year before, because most of you guys came back from that team the year before, right? Yeah. So in the next round, you guys ran into eventual state champion Upper Dublin. What was that? Now you guys know what the standard is to get where you want to go. Like that's the bar now. What is it like now having that experience, saying like, all right, obviously winning the playoff game is great, but here's what we need to do to get even further than that, because I know one playoff win isn't the goal.
Yeah, exactly. Like I think once we beat Strathaven, we got a little too head high and just thought it would be like easy breezy, but they came in and really showed us like what it was like. And I think we just got to know like that's the standard we have to play up to, and it's not going to be easy at all.
Yeah, I think it's just about like taking it step by step and just like learning what needs to be done in order to just win.
I think it's going to push us a lot harder this year when we make it to the playoffs. It's not just going to be a breeze easy way to go through it.
Yeah, 'cause it's like you kind of get like the monkey off the back. Like, all right, we got the one playoff win, but now going into this year, like the expectation should be to get past that. So let's kind of turn the page to 2026 here. We'll start on the pitching side. Gavin Derrickson back as well. Cole, obviously you'll be pitching. Zach, I know you threw a lot of innings last year. So how much confidence do you have? It's pretty rare to return 3 of really your top 4 guys. I know Julian pitched a lot last year as well. But just how much confidence do you guys have going into the year knowing all 3 of you have thrown a ton of innings for this team already?
Yeah, I think we're all really confident. Like we all have at least 2 years of like varsity experience against good teams like Bonner and really competitive teams. So I think we're all ready to pitch against better competition and just take it right to them.
Yeah, no, what he said, just like having that experience from prior years. And I mean, we've all been in the weight room getting stronger. We've been throwing, getting ready for the season. So I'm like excited, get some more innings.
You guys got team lifts like at the school pretty much?
Yeah.
Nice. Same question for the offense. Again, it's really a lot of guys coming back. Like according to my research, you lost Julian, Alex Kester, and Matt Johansson. Pretty much everybody's back, it seems like, right? So, who else do you think could maybe fill the spots from those guys? Like anyone, whether it be from JV, whether it be varsity guys who maybe just didn't play as much last year. You're handing the mic. I think you're ready to go here.
I can say something.
Yeah, you can go ahead. I'm trying to think.
I think my brother Luke, he has a big role to step into, and I think Jeremy Murray, he's been putting pretty good work in the weight room, and you could tell he's a lot bigger.
What year? It was Lucas sophomore last year?
Yeah.
So he's 1 year
he's
below
a junior
you?
this
Got it.
year, yeah.
And that was your brother? What year is he?
He's a sophomore.
Gotcha. So who else do you think we could see? Maybe just whether it be JV guys or guys that were coming up from last year. Anybody else? Maybe on the mound, because I know you three guys will pitch, but for those non-conference games too, you're going to need to have some extra innings.
Yeah, Chase Warner, he's coming up. He was like a swing player last year, but I think he could definitely eat some innings for us and just because he's a strike thrower. Like he throws strikes, he gets outs, so I think he would be a good addition.
Damian's gonna be stepping on the ball.
You gonna chuck a little bit?
Yeah, a little bit.
Let's do it. So you guys kind of mentioned some of the non-conference games. I had your schedule up. You have a lot of really good competition this year. I think we got Pencrest, Great Valley, Bonner, Holy Ghost on there, like a lot of really good teams. So how important is scheduling games like that? So once you get into the playoffs, you're going to be playing teams of that caliber, like in, the big stage.
I think we take like every one of those games like the most serious. Like obviously we want to win all our league games and stuff, but these games are the games that really matter to us because we go into them thinking like, okay, this is what we need to play against when we see the playoff team. So it's like we got to play our best and bring it to them and show them we can play.
Yeah, and just like obviously we have to have our league games and then just like sprinkle the non-conference in there and then it'll get us really prepared. Like I remember last year we had our first two games, they were like non-conference and we did not play like as good as we hoped. But then like throughout the year we started getting on a good winning streak and got into it.
I also think the pitching that we see against those teams is big time because I mean the Del Val team's pitching are not as top caliber. So
yeah,
it just prepares us.
Yeah, get you ready for the playoffs. I remember I wasn't there, but Dylan covered. You guys played Pencrest on like a Friday night or Saturday night. It was like under the lights. We need more. I know it's probably cold, but more games under the lights at MSI because really the only Delco field with lights is Marple. I think of a high school field. Are you guys officially captains, or is this just kind of like the core?
Yeah, pretty much we're all captains here.
So how do you guys feel? I know a lot of you guys were here last year about kind of having maybe a little more of a leadership role if you didn't last year with some of the seniors gone.
Yeah, I think all of us last year, I mean, maybe we didn't have as big of a role, but I think all of us stepped up last year because the year before, our sophomore year, we didn't really have a lot of seniors. We had like maybe 2 starters. So after they left, we really had to just step up into that role our junior year. So I think we're ready to take on even more responsibility and help teach the younger kids.
Who'd you say is the biggest vocal leader of the group?
Probably me.
Yeah, because some guys, I could see Gavin being real quiet, like, just lead by example kind of guy. I mean, that game against Strathaven was awesome. I mean, just like someone commented on one of our posts saying he was just a bulldog. I think that's a pretty good way to describe him, just like workhorse, like give me the ball and get out of the way kind of guy. What about you guys? Any you guys vocal leaders or more like a lead by example?
I mean, I'm definitely more vocal in the dugout. Getting guys up when they're not up on the bench and just cheering everyone on, being loud.
Cool.
Yeah, I'd say a little bit of both. Like if you need me to be loud, I can be loud, but most times I'll probably just lead by example.
I love it. All right, let's talk a little bit about post-high school. Cole, you are going to Misericordia. Are you ready to get hit by 10 pitches a year?
Absolutely, yeah.
Because I know everyone I've talked to says their coach is just so old school, like crowd the plate. So talk to me a little bit about your recruiting process. What led you there? A ton of Delco guys. I think maybe 5 or 6 right now already.
Yeah, so I already knew some of the kids there, like Jake McDonough. So I knew about the college. I knew it was a good program. And during the summer, I just played in front of them a little bit, like during some of my tournaments. And the coach ended up texting me. We got together, started talking. I went to one of their camps. The head coach, Egbert, really liked me. So I came back and I found, like, when I toured the campus, it was a really nice campus. I just knew it was the fit for me. So
it's kind of like, is it like Scranton or not? Where is it? It's like Dallas,
it's
PA,
like,
right?
Yeah, Dallas.
Yeah,
PA.
yeah. Do they want you two-way or just infield?
Just infield.
Just infield. Well, enjoy the last year pitching on the bump. What about you guys? What's kind of the plan after high school, whether that be work, whether that be college? You guys know where you're headed?
I think right now I'm gonna go the JUCO route. I'm exploring a couple schools in the JUCO route, but
Like local or?
yeah, MPA, yeah.
'Cause I know so many guys just want to go down south because it's so cold
Yeah,
up here.
yeah.
What about you guys?
I mean, I don't plan on playing baseball in college, but I'm not like 100% sure where I'm going yet. Maybe Penn State, but
If you go there, I'll put in a good word with the club team. That's where I
Yeah.
played, and I loved it. And also, all the branch schools have the teams as well. What
Right.
about you?
I'm really in the same boat as him. I'm not really sure exactly where I'm going yet, but I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, I mean every big school you could think of has a club team. For Penn State, it's we've won the last 3 national championships, which is great, but it also means the Trouts are very competitive. So it's definitely a tough challenge. But all right, last question here is just about the rivalry games. Like we came out for the game of the week with Interborough. It was a really close game until you guys kind of pulled through at the end there. How much fun are those games against Interborough where typically it's kind of who decides the conference, but you guys play them 3 times. Most other conferences, you don't have a series like that. So how cool is that where it feels like a championship game?
Oh yeah, those are probably the best games of the year because we know they're always going to be competitive. It's a game that means something every year, and it's going to be a close game, and it's pretty much a dogfight every time. We just come out, play our best, and it's just fun to get to play against those kids and get heated in the moment and just start chirping them a little bit.
yeah, no, I definitely agree. Those are the best games we have all year. They're not the best teams we play, but especially Interborough, just being able to go into that game and just we don't even know if we're winning, but we always get it done.
Yeah, you guys have been probably played against them since you were kids, with
Right.
all the Little League and
Yeah.
Cal Ripken or whatever.
Mhm. Yeah, I've played with on a team with those Interborough kids.
Yeah, I guess with any travel or record
Yeah.
kind of things, you probably know them all too. Yeah, that game last year was fun. I think let's see. So I forget if it was your second time playing them or third. It was a little later in the year. Yeah, because I think you won the season series at that point there. Who else would you consider I guess in all sports? I guess Chester would probably be a big rival, just in football and basketball and everything. All right, boys. Well, that's all I got for you guys. I appreciate you taking the time to come in. We got Coach Dan Singley coming on as well. So best of luck, and we'll see you guys out there for the game soon.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
All right, now joining us, we have Chichester head coach Dan Singley. First time on the show, Coach. How you doing?
It's awesome. Awesome to be here. Appreciate you, reaching out and getting our guys some video time. It's awesome. You guys do a great job too.
Thank you.
Appreciate you guys, with all the coverage all year and getting these guys all kinds of coverage throughout the season and off season too. It's great.
Thank you
for that.
So when did you start as the head coach for this squad here?
For this squad, I mean, for Chai in general, it was 2016 when I started, and we ended up, we had really good players and stuff all throughout the whole time I've been here, but we just never really won a whole lot of championships and stuff, and just trying to change the mindset. And these guys just listen. They do what's asked of them, and they do it on the regular, and they don't just do it on the field. They do it in the classroom. These guys are all straight A. They're all honors kids, and they're part of a lot of groups within the school and activities, and they're just amazing kids. And it's been phenomenal, to coach here, to be part of this. But I started coaching during, 2002 was my first year coaching, but head coach 2016.
So were you an assistant here at Chai until then?
Yep.
Wow, you've really been riding it out. Do you work at the school?
Yes, I teach at the school.
At the high school? Mm-hmm. Got it. So, yeah, when I went to Strathaven, and at that time, I graduated in 2017. You're right. Interborough was kind of like the leaders of the Del Val, but things have changed lately. If you had to describe Chichester baseball, how would you do so?
It's grit. Got grittiest kids around. I love them. They'll do anything for you. They'll run through a wall. They're old school, and they're always in the gym when we ask them to be there. These guys don't, since their freshman year, they really haven't missed a workout. Maybe because of a college visit or, maybe a dentist appointment, but they're there. They've been there since ninth grade, and it shows, and it's changed our program dramatically. The kids have been participating, especially these 4 guys right here, and a lot of other kids before this as well.
Well, I'd love to hear your thoughts about last season. Obviously, that playoff win versus Strathaven, I was there covering that. It was an awesome environment. Again, the grounds crew getting that game in, I was worried I was driving 45 minutes just to be told to go home. But how cool was that game just to see the energy from the team? They played an unbelievable game.
Well, we try to prepare them beforehand and let them know that they can play with anybody. And that's why we go outside. Our league is tough with Interborough every year because we snuck by them a couple of times, but we shouldn't have won. And they just, took control of the game at the end and got some wins over the years. The bottom line is with, that game itself, I think Strathaven came in and said, "Hey, these guys are nothing." And my wife told me, she said that the parents were. One of the parents was there last year and said the kids were over the house and said, "Oh, Chai's nothing. They're not going to do anything. They won't be able to compete with us, and the game will be over soon." And I think a lot of other teams have done that and ran into us, and we compete. We play against Holy Ghost Prep, which is like a state champion. We're trying to see teams like Unionville. This year it's going to be Garnet Valley as well. We'll have
Still got Bonner on there, right?
Bonner as well, and then we got Pencrest. And they're tough games. Great Valley was a great game last year. We gave them kind of 9 out of 11 runs we gave them. And then Unionville is always a good team. They have some burners. The one year they had like 3 guys that threw 90s.
That's right.
Awesome.
The one Tulane guy I remember a couple years ago.
Really good.
For you guys, it's interesting because, I think the PIAA, you can play 20 games, I believe. For the teams like in the Central League, they have to play 16 conference games. You guys get to schedule up to 8 of those non-league games. So you can really be selective on kind of who you play there. So who did you guys played Bonner last year? I remember that. I think you played Holy Ghost, Great Valley. So Pencrest was that was that Friday night at MSI, right? So who's
Delco
new?
Christian was one.
Okay, yeah. We had them on last week as well. Great Valley. Garnet Valley's new.
Garnet Valley's
well.
new this year.
Yep.
And then we have typically sometimes we play Ridley. We trying to play them as well. And Springfield is another team, but we weren't able to get them on the schedule. And Tripoli, a lot of Central League teams, and we trying to play the best. Like I trying to look into who's coming back and kind of do how you research things.
Yeah, right.
And,
get our power rankings.
Yeah, and just see who's ready to go for the next year, so they can see real good arms, real good competition, and then they'll be ready to go. Once the playoffs get around.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about the team this year. Going into the year, what would you kind of say you think is the strength overall of the team?
I think the maturity of our guys and where they've been and what they've been through already, and I think they're ready to go. I mean, it shows because the off-season workouts, the classroom stuff that goes on, and the things that they participate in, they've really matured over the last 4 years, this group. And we got some nice juniors and some sophomores and some freshmen that, helping the program as well, showing up to workouts. And I'm just looking forward to, them just having fun, enjoy it because it's their, this group is their last year. No pressure at all because, nobody thinks we can win, and I'm okay being the underdog. That's fine. But when we get into a game, it's going to be a dogfight. Who no matter who we play.
So, kind of a question I asked them a little bit. You guys saw that Upper Dublin team that ended up going on to win the state championship. I think you saw the tall, lanky pitcher, right, in that game as well.
He's a freshman,
yeah. He's going to bright future for the. I actually went up. I work for the PA Coaches Association, and part of it they send me up there to cover all the state championships, and freshman pitcher just carving in the state championship. I'm like, geez, man, I was throwing 68. Not a pitcher. But again, kind of like I asked them, how valuable was it, although a loss, to see that's the caliber of team that you have to play if you want to get to where you want to be.
Yeah, that's the thing I try to do each year, to try to get the kids a feel for that, and the teams that we play, like Bonner, like Holy Ghost, they're always in the mix like that. So we don't get to play the teams that are real far away like that as much. And when they came there, it was kind of obvious that they were pretty good from I was watching a lot of college, and some pro scouts were hanging around, and I don't know if they noticed, but it was pretty cool to see them there. And I was like, all right, we got
Might not be here for us.
Yeah, we got some competition. But the thing is, our kids get looks that way. And, when I was playing myself at Westchester, Pat Kelly was the guy who brought everybody there, like all 28 teams were there on the side. So a lot of guys got looks and got into the bigs because of that, or minor leagues and stuff. So it was,
so how do you think, you mentioned kind of the maturity of this group, how do you feel like the leadership and more importantly the team chemistry, because last year it felt like everyone was just in sync. I think I saw you guys only in 2 games. I think it was the game of the week and then that Strathaven game, but both times it seemed like everybody was all in.
Yeah, we actually have a family atmosphere. We like to create that, and I think since I've been here, I think I try to do that often. And you care about each other. You care about your initial family first, and then this is your second family, and we try to create that atmosphere with the kids. And if something happens, something goes down or something goes wrong, you stick up for each other. You're there. If somebody does bad or doesn't perform as well, it's not like you're going to bring them down, or, everybody's not perfect, and especially baseball. It's a game that's, a lot of failure, and how to get through that failure and try to move on. And just like they said, they talked about how building it over the years, and now I think they're ready. I think they're really raring to go. And we have some young guys that play a little bit, got a little taste last year that played varsity, and I think they'll help out with this group this year because they've been in the weight room together. They've been throwing together, and I think they're really building that sweat equity together, which makes a family. And I think good things are going to happen this year.
Yeah, it's one thing that I wish at Strathaven we did all baseball activities together, but we kind of all lifted on our own. Like I was at, a couple of us went to now Ascent at Maple Zone at the time, but I feel like I would have liked that team culture. It's almost like the trauma bond, the struggling together.
It is, and it's great to see. And the kids push each other, and they try to, work at it, get better every day, get stronger. And this year, I think we're going to continue that during the season because a lot over the previous seasons, we really haven't lifted during the season. So we got some time right after school that we're going to have the gym area. So even the young guys, to get them in the weight room, instead of waiting for the bus for 30 minutes, they're going to jump in the weight room and get in there and do what's necessary to maintain throughout the season. Because it's a quick but long season if you're doing things. But I'm just proud of these kids, and just proud of the the board, the administration, and our school. We have a whole new gym now, so everybody wants to be in there. We used to have 3 racks before, now we have 10. And they got rid of the back gym and they made it all a weightlifting area. So, and the gym teachers that help out for the classes and stuff, Scarpato's really good, and Mr. Hahn helps out. And I know Diona in the past, but I know Scarpato's awesome. And we appreciate him helping the kids during the day. They might have a class or things like that to develop their skills and lifting and things like that.
You guys have a new football stadium, right? I guess new is a relative term. Within the last couple of years?
It's new. This second year.
Okay,
so
yeah. I used to cover high school football. I think I covered a Chi game. It was at Chester, so I don't think I've seen it yet. But it seems like they're investing in the athletic department, which is great.
It's amazing what they've done. The administration, the board members. We really appreciate you guys, and thankful for changing. It's going to change Chi athletics, and it's already helped our kids tremendously because it's time slotted. Everybody wants to be in there.
That's good.
And even the girls' sports too. They're getting in there, lifting and everything, track and football. They're in there all the time. So we're just trying to get our slot and get in there and get out.
I like when the public schools do it because you got to, I'm sure every district deals with it. Like you're losing the kids to the private schools, just because the facilities at these schools are better, and you got to just invest in the kids and try and keep them around, as much as you can.
I think ours competes with pretty much anybody's out there right now. So and we got a cage inside to draw. So
that's nice. No, I don't think many gyms have that.
No,
around here that I can think of. Yeah,
Springfield has one. I think they got 2 inside because I talked to Brian and stuff, but I don't know if any other schools that actually has an indoor cage and stuff.
We used to just hit off a tee into the netting in the basketball gym when it was raining out. But all right, Coach. Well, I appreciate you taking the time to come in. I'm excited to watch the group. Hopefully, we can get another Game of the Week interview with our guy Dave out there, and awesome. To show everybody what the Eagles are about.
No, we appreciate you guys, and you're doing amazing with this stuff and putting kids on the map and putting schools on the map. And we appreciate that, and keep doing your thing,
Thank
because
you.
you're going places.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You know? Thank you very much, and looking forward to it.